ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಸುಂದರ ಮದನ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಸಾಯಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಸುಂದರ ಮದನ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಶ್ಯಾಮ ಸುಂದರ ಮದನ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಸಾಯಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಸಾಯಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಗೋಪಾಲನ ಗೋಪಿ ಗೋಪಾಲನ ಗೋಪಿ ಗೋಪಾಲನ ಭಜರೇ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ಹರಿನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಭಜರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಹರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಹರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರೇ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಹರೇ ಶಾಂತಾಕಾರ ಭುಜಂಗ ಶಯನ ಶಾಂತಾಕಾರ ಭುಜಂಗ ಶಯನ ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ ನಾರಾಯಣ ವೇದ ಪಾರಾಯಣ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಸಾಯಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಶಿವಾಚಿತ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಶಿವಾಚಿತ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಪಾಪ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ವಿನಾಶಕ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಓಂ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಓಂ ಜಯ ಹರಿಯೋ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋಪಾಲ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋವಿಂದ సాయి నారాయణ నారాయణ సాయి నారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ గానలోల ప్రభు నారాయణ గానలోల ప్రభు నారాయణ దీనపాల జయ నారాయణ దీనపాల జయ నారాయణ ప్రభు దీనపాల జయ నారాయణ దీనపాల జయ నారాయణ అలక్ నిరంజన భవ భయ భంజన నారాయణ నారాయణ అలక్ నిరంజన భవ భయ భంజన నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ అలక్ నిరంజన భవ భయ భంజన నారాయణ నారాయణ అలక్ నిరంజన భవ భయ భంజన నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ నారాయణ 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 శ్రీమన్నారాయణ అలక్ నిరంజన భవ భయ భంజన నారాయణ నారాయణ
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా, ది బెస్ట్ వే టు లవ్ గాడ్ ఈజ్ టు లవ్ ఆల్, సర్వ్ ఆల్. మనం అందరినీ ప్రేమించాలి, అందరినీ సేవించాలి. మనం సేవించడం కోసమని పుట్టాము. ఈ సర్వీసులో మనం ప్రయాణమైనప్పుడే మానవత్వం అనేటువంటిది సార్థకమవుతుంది.
Offering our most humble pranams and prayer salutations at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagawan Shri Sathya Sai Baba, revered elders, dearest brothers and sisters, Om Shri Sai Ram. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome our guest for our first Veda Webinar for this year, 2025, marking the 100th birthday of our most beloved Swami. We welcome Mr. Shri G.R.Praveena. Shri G.R.Praveena completed his school education at the Sri Sathya Sai Loka Seva Institution of Alike in Karnataka. He joined the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning to complete his B.Sc course in 1984. He was a member of the Institute's brass band during those years for 6 years, between 1984 to 1989. He did receive the University Individual Sports Champion Award in 1988. He also received the University All-Round Gold Medal by the Divine Hands in 1989. Shri Praveena was blessed with an opportunity to speak in Bhagwan's divine presence in Sanskrit itself. He is presently teaching biology at the higher secondary school since 1991 in Prashanthi Mandir Vedam. Among so many other achievements he has, to mention just a few, he received certificates of appreciation from the HRD Ministry, Govt of India, for outstanding results in biology in the Class 12 Board Examination. He has been teaching the Vedas to students at the school and also is a regular member of the Prashanthi Mandir Vedam group. Shri Praveena has also featured on the Veda Jignasu program on the Thursday live sessions hosted by the Sri Sathya Sai Media Center. Shri Praveena will enlighten us this afternoon or his evening on the importance of Shri Rudram and what importance Swami has placed on it in our daily lives. This will go on for about the next 45 minutes to 1 hour, and then we will have a live question and answer session with our dearest Shri G.R.Praveena. Praveena sir, it's over to you. Thank you.
Sai Ram, my most Loving salutations at Bhagwan's lotus feet. Sairam to each one of you. Sri Rudram, a very relevant topic today when Prashanthi Nilayam is gearing up to host a very important and very sacred function of the Atirudra Mahayajnam in a few days to come. This a great privilege and great opportunity for all of us to witness that great Atirudra Mahayajnam, where we can really sanctify our life merely by witnessing and taking part in this grand function. Sri Rudram is also called Rudradhyaya or Rudra Prasna or Shatarudriya. This Sri Rudram includes two parts. One is Namakam and other one is Chamakam. The greatness of this Sri Rudram is said, Vidyasu Shruti Kristam Rudrai Ekadashi, Rudra Ekadashi Shrutau Tatra Panchakshari Tasyam Shiva Ityakshara Dvayam. Now this says about the importance of this great mantra, Sri Rudram, which includes both Namakam and Chamakam. Vidyasu Shruti Rutkristam. Among the sources of the learning, the Vedas are the supreme. In the Vedas, Rudra Ekadashi is supreme. And in that, Shiva Panchakshari Om Namah Shivaya that comes as a part of the 8th Anuvaka. It's again said to be very, very precious, supreme. And in that, two words, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. These two words are said to be very, very sacred words, supreme words. So when we talk about this Sri Rudram, it is something like just summary of all the Vedas. The very fact that Swami has told, Rudram chepte bhadranga untaru in Telugu, meaning whoever chants Rudram will be safe, secure all the time. When Avatar himself says this, then we can immediately understand the importance and the greatness of this mantra, Sri Rudram. As I said, this Vidyasu Shruti Rutkristam, Vidya, branch of knowledge. And you can see the various sources of learning. And Vedas embody the very wisdom, knowledge. In fact, the Vedaha iti Shabdaha Vid iti Dhatoho Avirbhutaha. Dhatoho Artaha Jnanam. Tasmat Vedaha Jnana Sagaraha. All type of knowledge. Jnana Sagara, the very ocean of knowledge, wisdom. And we cannot even avoid or exclude the mundane knowledge that we have been learning in our day-to-day life. It may be physics, it may be chemistry, mathematics, biology, all of these branches that a student take it up these days, part of knowledge. But all this knowledge that everyone learns even these days are contained in the Vedas. Yadi asti tadanyatra yenni hasti natat kujit. So what is not present in the Vedas is not found in this. Jnanameva vedasyartha sarva vijnana sagaraha. Physics, maths, chemistry, sarva subject samahita. So even physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology, every branch of science that we learn these days are contained in the Vedas. That's why Vedaha Viddhatoha iti Avirbhuta. This means to know knowledge itself. And mantras, are the sacred verses that you can find in the Vedas. Ma, tra, mantra, ma and tra. Manastrane samayuktam mantra mithya vidiyate. It is said, ma arthat manas, tra arthat tranam, tasmat manasa tranena cha mantram uchcharaniyam. Arthas, यदि वयं मंत्रम मंत्रोच्चारणं कुर्मः तदा मनसा त्राणेन च मंत्रोच्चारणं करणीयम् इत्यर्थः. मनसा त्राणेन च मंत्रम् उच्चारणीयम्. So these sacred mantras have to be recited with all the concentration, manas and trana, and the power, the energy that emanates from within. Then there lies the actual efficacy of the Vedic mantra. Vedic mantra, as all of us know, are various things that are present in these Vedic scriptures. Vedas are very, very ancient ones. The very treasure house of all the knowledge, wisdom, contains everything. And one is really very, very fortunate if he or she is able to learn on some of these Vedic mantras. In fact, Swami has insisted that everyone has to learn these Vedic mantras, going beyond the territory, the countries, the nation, God, the religion, gender. Swami said everyone can know, wants to learn Vedic mantras and can really sanctify their own lives. And we see even in ancient times, Vedic mantras were practiced even by the Vedis. In fact, we have just like rishis, rishikas, the female rishis. In fact, some of the mantras were revealed to these rishikas. One such example that I can give you is of the Devi Suktam, where the Rishika, the female Rishi, name is the daughter of a noble Rishi called Amrana. Amranasya Dubita Vak. So she is a female Rishika. That's why this Devi Suktam is revealed. And this particular mantra is thus called Vagamrani Suktam. Vagamrani Suktam. And she becomes Brahmavadini later on. She masters herself in all these Vedic mantras. And not merely mastering them, also trying to know, go inside within, to know the value of these mantras. And then she becomes Brahmavadini, the knower of Brahma. And then she says, Rudre Virvasu Bishtaram Namaha Ide Rudra Vishwadevahi. I am the Varna, I am the Mitra, I am the Aditya, I am the Vasus, I am the. She identifies herself with the highest. So that's how we have such rishikas as Apala, Lopamudra, Shashiyasi, Surya Sarparajani, rishikas. That's why even these days Swami has insisted that Vedas, Vedic mantras are open to everyone. Everyone can learn. Even a child, aged one, males, females, belongs to everyone. And chants Vedic mantras and they can do in life. Remember, Vedas or Vedic mantras Purushena na likhita. That's why Vedas are also called Apurishayas. Purushena na likhita. Directly revealed to these secrets in meditation. That's how given these sages. That's how these Vedic mantras have definitions. Mantras are very, very unique only to these mantras. We also recite in our day-to-day life many of the slokas. They do not have intonations. These intonations maybe Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita, Dirgha Swarita, Pluta, and many Sannata, Prachaya. All these intonations are confined to mantras only. Primarily, there are different intonations, and these intonations actually make a difference. The efficacy of Vedic mantras lie in the intonation itself, which you don't find in the stotras or other Sanskrit verses. In fact, the power of the Vedic mantra lies in three important aspects. They are called the Shabda Shakti, Artha Shakti, and Bhava Shakti. Shabda Shakti refers here to the very chanting of the Vedic mantras will be able to generate power. Sometimes you may not even know the meaning of this Vedic mantra. But Shabda Shakti, the very sound itself is able to produce positive vibrations. In fact, at this juncture, let me tell you one thing. Once in Prashanthi Mandir, Swami had called a group of students and staff inside the interview hall, okay, to tell something about the Vedam. Very anxiously, all the students, Vedam students group, around 30 to 35, along with a few staff members, went inside the interview room, and Swami spoke to the group very nicely on about spirituality, then on Vedas also. And which Swami asked boys in general, come on boys, ask me if you have any doubt. There was silence. Nobody was willing to, because Swami is asking, Velu Purusha himself is asking. Nobody is ready to ask questions. But finally, one ninth class boy made himself very bold and asked Swami, Swami, we have been chanting these Vedic mantras. Quite a few mantras regularly we have been chanting in the mandir itself. But Swami, we don't know the meaning of this mantra, many of these mantras. Swami, you do not know the meaning and you chant these mantras. Swami said, Bangaru, yes. Many times you may not know the meaning of these Vedic mantras, the general overall meaning also. Learning, chanting these Vedic mantras, that will have you in surroundings, it will have a positive reaction. Swami gave an analogy. Swami said, one patient goes to a doctor, he's having some problem, and he approaches it, he explains his problem to the doctor, and the doctor says, yes, I will your problem. I'm prescribing some medicine for you for treatment. It is this drug, it is this tablet. Ask the doctor, yes, you're giving the tablet, ask me to take this. Will I have cure? I do not know the chemical formula of this drug, this tablet. And still, if I take, have this effect. Then doctor says, no doubt. And you'll have the faith and you'll have the faith. So Swami gives analogy. Many times we do not know the meaning of this mantra. It may be very complicated, but when we chant the correct version of these mantras, Vedic mantras, definitely it will have those vibrations itself that is created while chanting Vedic mantras, that will have a positive effect, spiritual vibrations around us. Even it has been scientifically proved. I recollect an incident which took place in Bhopal tragedy, 1984, December 2nd. There was a huge tragedy which took place actually that night, December 2nd, 1984, Bhopal. The carbide plant, methyl isocyanate MI gas, in this carbide gas plant, a poisonous gas. Midnight, around 1 o'clock, release of this poison, and it started spreading everywhere. And everybody got to know of this. Highly toxic. Everybody started running helter-skelter. Very, very dangerous one. And maybe from that particular carbide pit, around 1 mile away, one particular house of Agnihotri, who was in the habit of chanting Vedic mantra, doing the fire ritual. He also, the whole family was there in the house. His name is S.L. Kushma, 46 years age, wife Triveni, 36 years, having 2 kids, a children home, and they in fact started showing some of these things, not able to breathe properly, and I started watering, sneezing, and saw through the window, helter-skelter. And somebody says, see, methyl isocyanate gas is they're running. Then man told the other family members, his wife, you will do Gotra, fire ritual. We'll pray to God. We have been doing it. And immediately he says, yes, he agrees to it. His children also agree. Immediately they organize everything. Get all the things arranged. And they started doing the Agnihotra and very fervently praying to God the situation. And surprisingly, within 20 minutes of this Agnihotra, they started doing all the symptoms start going away. This has been recorded. They felt they're becoming perfect. And all the house members, they remained safe. Others, they're in danger. And later on, some people came and why only this family got saved. They found that the Vedic mantra they chanted, and even as they performed the yajna and homa, the shield which they could have around the house protected them from this toxic gas. That's how the whole family got protected. It's scientifically proved. So remember, chanting these Vedic mantras not only protects oneself, also protects the surroundings and have a good impact on each one of us. So these Vedic mantras are thus said to be very, 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 very sacred. And we have to chant these Vedic mantras for benefit, for the benefit of all the society, for the whole world. In fact, that is the main objective in performing Ati Rudra Mahayajnam in Prashanthi Nilayam. Okay, and you can see so many rites, they come and they do this yajna for this 11 days and currently praying to God for the world. These Vedic mantras, as I said, and because of all the knowledge. Remember, this Vedic mantras, the Vedas also have the 4 the divisions, branches, not branches, divisions, Brahmana, Aranyaka, and Samhita and Upanishad, and they are the last part of this Vedic Vedas, Vedic scriptures. So these Upanishads are also called Vedantas. Vedasya Antima Bhaga Vedanta. Upanishads are many number. Originally 1008, out of which 108 Upanishads are known now. Out of which the Upanishads, very popularly called Dashopanishads, to which the commentaries are written by Adi Shankara himself. So that's how these Dashopanishads, Usha, Kena, Kata, Prasna, Undaka, Mandukya, Taittiriya, Aitareya, Brahadandika, Chandogya, these Upanishads are very, very popular. And this basically Atma, Jiva, Jagat, Brahma. The four aspects which all Upanishads deal on. That's how for the one's own life, for the attaining the highest spiritual attainment, these are very, very important. And we discuss about even Vedic mantras that has to be chanted. I'm referring to the various intonations, and we should be really very careful while practicing chanting these Vedic mantras, because sometimes when we chant possibly wrongly, sometimes the mantra, the sentence may become meaningless. That's why we should ensure that as much as possible, we should chant the correct version. What's an example I can give you? When we say the Sanskrit words are very important, and also pronunciation of these Sanskrit words is also important. You say Chaya. The moment we give Swarita, the upward intonation for Ya, it becomes Chaya, Chaya. But when we say Cha down, Chaya, here Cha is carrying Anudata intonation, Chaya, which is different from Chaya. Chaya means above. Chaya means not destruction. Similarly, when you say Jaya, Ya carrying put into here, this means victory. When you say Jaya, Jaya, heart to victory. See the difference. When we say Andaha, there A is down. Andaha, here it means blind. Stop that. It means what's going on? Here it means Antaha, downward intonation, blind. Say Antaha, carrying upward intonation, Swarita, which means Annam or the food. Similarly, Ma to me. When I say Ma, this is not downward intonation. It means no or negation. When you say Aryaha, eyes down, means Swami or the Lord. But when you say Aryaha, yeah, carrying upward intonation, means Vaishya, class, people. So the intonations are very, very important, and the same word in different intonation. But anyway, when we discuss about mantras, particularly that we can find in the, say Rudram, which contains both Rudram or the Namakam and Chamakam. It is said in the Shiva Purana. But that shows the importance and the greatness of the Rudram. Rudradhyayi vaset yatra gramepi nagarepi va vyadhi durbhiksha choradi bada na jayate. Wherever Rudra Adhyay is there, who is chanting this Vedic Rudram, Vedic mantra Rudram, Namakam and Chamakam, Vaset Yatra, Gramepi Nagarepi va, maybe in the cities, Grama, or even the villages. What will happen? Vyad Choradi, Badha Tatra Najayate, Vyadhi, Durbhiksha, drought, Choradi, all these problems, Badha Tatra Najayate, these problems will not be found in such regions, with such people. So that's what is said in the Shiva Purana. Similarly, once sage Yajnavalkya was approached by a spiritual aspirant and asked a question to sage Yajnavalkya. Please ask Lord, sage, Yajnavalkya, by chanting which mantra, one will be able to get the highest spiritual gain, attainment. Then sage Yajnavalkya says, Shatarudriya. Shatarudriya, remember, refers to the same Sri Rudra or Rudradhyaya. So this is the same Namakam and Chamakam, Shatarudriya. Now this is the Shatarudriya or the great mantras, Namakam and Chamakam, that together constitute Sri Rudradhyaya. Rudra Prashna is also called Rudra Prashna. Chant this Namakam 11 times, meaning once Rudram followed by the first one Anvaka of the Chamakam, then followed by second time Rudram, followed by the second Anvaka of the Chamakam. Next comes the third Anvaka time, the Namakam, followed by next Anvaka of Chamakam. So you'll have 11 times Rudram chanting, followed by one chanting of the Chamakam. Now this is called Rudra Ekadashi, Rudra Ekadashi, Ekadashi Rudra. 11 such Rudra Ekadashi or Ekadashi Rudra constitute Laghu Rudram. 11 such Laghu Rudram constitute Maharudram. 11 such Maharudram constitute Atirudram. Sairam?
Yes.
So is it audible? Is it going on?
Yes, yes, it is.
That's Sairam.
Sir.
So that's how you have the Rudra Ekadashi, 11 times of it. Laghu Rudram, Maharudram, and finally Atirudram. So you'll have chanting of the Rudram so many times. And just imagine, not merely chanting of Rudram so many times, but this is accompanied or coupled with the fire or Vedic fire ritual, having Yajna Kunda. And that's what happens even in the Mahayajnam. Remember, it is said in the Rig Veda, Ayam Yajno Bhuvanasya Nabhihi, refers to Yajna Kunda itself is the center of the universe. And as we offer thing to this Yajna Kunda, obviously it is of the highest kind, reaching all the gods, and thus ensuring that everybody, the whole society, whole world will be able to be peaceful. And the main objective is this Atiruttara Mahayajnam. And you can see this Atiruttara Mahayajnam, which is being conducted, which is going to be conducted here at Prashanthi Mandir Vedam. So many priests will come and do it together, chant all these mantras. Now these mantras are again recited in their own small formulas. They are called yajus. Now these yajus, which are said to be small, very small formula type, where names of the Lord Rudra are indicated. For example, here we have Nama Vyadhinebhyo Vividyantebhyascha O Namaha O Namah Swaha Ganadhyascha O Namah Swaha Namo Vratebhyo O Namah Swaha Namo Gnebhyo Ganapatibhyascha O Namah Swaha. So each one is one Yajus formula. So like this we have 130 formula, part of this Namakam. Standing this formula, the priests offer all patients, and then it's coupled with these mantras, and that's how it's offered at the Yajna Kundam. And we have altogether 37 rigs or these important verses in the whole of the Namakam. And this Namakam is to be very, very important because here Lord is being worshipped. Lord Rudra in all different forms. And when I say Lord Rudra, who is the Lord Rudra? Many times we actually equate this Lord Rudra, who is actually a Vedic deity. In the Vedas, this Lord Rudra occupies a subordinate position, because in whole of the Rig Veda, there are only 2 to 3 references only to Lord Rudra. But this Namakam and Chamakam, they do come as a part of Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Samhita. The 16th chapter, you get this Namakam, and 18th chapter, you get Chamakam. So they become part of Yajurveda. But remember, this Namakam, Chamakam also do exist in various versions in different scriptures or different Vedas, even more than 100 different branches. That's why it's called Shatarudriya, not merely Rudradhyaya, Rudra Prashna, Sri. So this Shatarudriya, or here, may be referring to Lord Rudra. But this Lord Rudra, who is the Vedic deity, remember, has got a different form altogether. During those Vedic times, this Lord Rudra used to be worshipped in his beautiful form. What is that beautiful form? He is having a dazzling body color, brown color, beautiful lips, braided hair, and there is the arms, very, very strong looking arms, studded with golden ornaments, wearing a golden necklace. That's why it is said, see, Namo Hiranyabahave Namaha. So here, Hiranya refers to the golden arms, Bahu, arms. The arms are decorated with all these golden ornaments. He rides on a chariot. And remember, this Rudra, the Vedic deity, his consort is Rodasi, not Parvati, Rodasi. And his sons are said to be Maruts. That's why group of Maruts, a large number. So that's how this is the description given in the Vedas of Lord Rudra, a deity. But nowadays, because basically it is the same divine energy which is worshipped, we identify this Lord Rudra, a Vedic deity, a subordinate deity, Vedic deity, identify with the present day Lord Shiva, Shankara, Parvati Vallabha, Kailasavasi. That's why Kailasavasi, because Lord Rudra is Vedic deity. But this Vedic deity is now identified to be Lord Shiva, Shankara. Actually, the word Shankara also comes in the Namakam. Shankara. But Shankara here refers to Yaha Sham Karoti, the one who does good, auspicious. Shankara. Lord Rudra is the one who does good, auspicious thing to everyone. Lord Shankara, Lord Rudra. So that's how even the part of the Namakam that we stand these days, for example, it comes at the end of the first Anuvaka. Namaste to Bhagawan Vishweshwaraya, Mahadevaya, Trayambakaya, Tripurantakaya. This is added later, not during the Vedic time, original Vedic time. That's why you don't find part, the original part of the Namakam. It's added later. That's why it's called Hila Mantra Bhaga. Hila Mantra Bhaga. Similarly, Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Mahamrityunjaya Mantra also got added up later. Is also Kila Mantra Bhaga. So these are the parts which are added later, which actually develop the link to that Vedic Rudra, present day Shiva Shankara. So that's how the Namaha, 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 salutations, prostrations to Lord Rudra. That's how the name Namakam. In the Chamakam, Chame, Chame, Chame. It's repeated. That's what's called Chamakam. But when we discuss about this Namakam, it is said to be again very, very sacred mantra. Lord Rudra is called Rudram. Rudram and Chamakam, both together called Sri Rudram. Namakam and Chamakam. Who is this Lord Rudra? The word Rudra has been derived from the root word Rud dhatu. Rud means one who cries or even howls, roars out loudly. He is Rudra. So accordingly, Lord Rudra, he roars out, yells, cries loudly. What for? His cry itself is able to drive all the evils within our body. That's how when we chant this mantra, all the evil powers within our body. You just see the sentence. Chair Koshaya Krindayate Uccaswarena Krindaram Kurvanti. Uchair Gosha. Chai Gosha. Yes. Cries out. Akrandana. Again cries out. So that's how Uchair Goshaya Akrandayati. It's Lord Rudra. So Lord Rudra, who wears actually not Pinaki, but here there's Lord Shiva Shankara nowadays. But during this Vedic Rudra, having this Ayudha, Shiva Sharavya, bows and arrows, he is able to subdue all the enemies using his bows and arrows. That's what the description is given in the Rudram. Now, not merely the root word, so Rudra, important Ruj. So Rujina, Roga Rujina. Yaha Roga Rujinam Dravayati Samudra. The one who melts away all the diseases, pains, and also all the problems. Samudra. Now just see, by very knowing the meaning of the Rudram, the very description, his role is very clearly known to each one of us. He is able to drive away evil forces within us. And he not only Rodati cries, but Rodayati. He makes him cry. He makes his enemies. Who are his enemies? Enemies which are within us. The evil thoughts, evil tendencies. So he makes these evil tendencies go from us. That's how Rodati. Saheva Rudraha. So that's the importance of this Rudra. And if you see the beautiful description that's given here, Rudra, in what he is there, in what way he is there, how he is described. Remember, Rudram is everything. Sahasrani Sahasrashoye Rudram. Rudram Sahasrani Sahasrashoye Rudra. Thousands and thousands of forms. Means Rudra is everything. In fact, in one of the Vedas, it is said, Rudra is alone. No simple Rudra. But remember, God is not only. God is Ekam, God is Bahusam. Ekam Bahusyam. He is one. But he manifests himself in multiple forms. Eko hi Rudro, na dvitiyo vanaste. Rudra is alone. He is one. In the Rudram it is said, Sahasrani Sahasrashoye Rudra. Thousands of forms. But what are these thousands of forms? It's describing the whole Rudra. See, prostrations to whom? The one who is in the clouds, in the storms, in fertile lands, in the open ways, thorny bushes, mountain caves, flowing waters, standing waters, whirlpools, dewdrops, thunder, lightning, green leaves, heaps of dry leaves in the grass, cowshed, habitable places, everything is there. Yes, see, Sanvakas, all these are part of the Rudra only. In non-living things, Rudram is there. What is the some substance is there? He is everything. And he is everything. Taskaranam Pate, Stayunam Pate. He is the thief. He is the Pashunam Pate. He is the Lord of all the animals. Vanchate Parivanchate, he deceives. Not once. Vanchate Parivanchate. Disease means what? Disease is wrong ones. It tries to remove all the wrong ones and to the reality. So when you see or look at the meaning of Rudra and also what various attributes which are given here in the Rudram, obviously it's everything. Rudram is everything. Coming to even the Chamakam, almost same meaning you'll get. But here, since it is referred to mainly my desires, I want this, I want this. Remember, here, all these desires which are mentioned here, all these are bound by dharmic rules. Looking away from dharma, all for the completion of the right conduct, all these desires. He says in the something, it's asked, may I be healthy, may I live long, may I perform sacrificial, may I be blessed with vast lands, may I be blessed with the precious stones, bearing peace, minerals like gold, silver, steel, bronze, and even the food grains such as paddy, barley, black gram, wheat, castor seeds, millets, sesame, wild forest grains, abundance. I should get it. Why? Sharira madhyamam kaladharma sadhakam. The body itself is a medium for the attachment of the spirituality, highest goal. That's why body has to be retained in the proper condition. So to retain this body, which is nothing but a medium, so we can attain the highest spiritual goal, that has to be maintained. So all these desires are really asked for in Chamakam. And in the very beginning, Na Vishnu Sajosha Sema Vardhantu Vangira. Who is Agni? Agni and Vishnu. Agni is to be the youngest deity. Vishnu, Agna, Vishnu. Vedic deity. Which means Agna, Vishnu, all the deities he is referring to. All the deities, Agni, Vishnu. Everybody should bless us with all things. So that's how we can see Namakam, Chamakam Chaiva, Purusha Suktam sa Yadviduhu, Mahadevancha Tattulyam, Yanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. With chanting Namakam, Chamakam Chaiva, Purusha Suktam sa Yadviduhu. The one who knows, practices, chants Namakam, Chamakam, Purusha Sukta. And these are the people will be able to Mahadevancha Tattulyam, will be able to equal or the highest God. That's what's mentioned in another verse. So you can see this beautiful verse, Namakam and Chamakam give us everything. But let us not forget, this Rudra is also physicians. Eshajapati. And here you can see there are references. Even in the, there, the Lord Rudra is said to be Eshajapati. Healing power, enormous healing power associated with Lord Rudra. So this is mentioned, you can see in the Rudram also, Ya Shiva Tanu, Shiva Vishwa, Deshaji. Deshaji is and you will be really amazed to see how even each verse, I said 37 verses in the shloka, in the verses in the whole of the Rudram itself, and each verse actually gives pure prescription as a cure for one important disease that humans are suffering from. There is overall meaning, translation, translated meaning is there. Remember, there is also a coded meaning. I think maybe I can give some more time. How the inner meaning coded by the middle aspect of the Rudram is also mentioned here. Small verse I'll take. Yatha ishu shivatama shivam babhuva te dhanuhu shivasharavyayata vatayano rudram vidaya. The literal meaning. It means we pray to that compassionate goddess Shiva. Goddess Shiva refers to, see, Shiva is masculine gender, but Shiva, feminine gender. Shiva, who is the constant of Lord Shiva, to protect us from the arrows coming from the bow of her constant Lord Shiva, which is capable of injuring us. Also, pray to the merciful and compassionate Lord Shiva not to show his anger on us. There are two important forms of Rudra described here. One is called Shiva Tanuhu, other one is Gora Tanuhu. This benign form, other one is very terrible form, Rudra, terrible form, where he rules and wherever is benign form, Shiva Tanuhu. And here, that is literal meaning what I given. Okay, but the second what is given here is interesting. Here, it means, I'm talking about its medicinal aspect. The meaning is this. If you are wounded or injured by an arrow or any other weapon, okay, such injury or wound and the pain water can be treated by applying made out of the following herbs. What are these herbs? These herbs are Dhan, Haldi, Darba, Pipila, Gorochana. And you may ask, which word in that particular verse refers to this word? I'll tell you. Here, if Ta means you, issue arrows. Okay, another meaning, and other weapons. Shivatama refers to the medicinal herbs. It refers to the cedar, the pine tree. Then Shiva is a medicinal process. Babhuva, whenever, or arising. Te means your. Dhanuhu, medicinal herbs. Very, very interesting. Dhanuhu refers to medicinal herbs such as then Cheru, then I'll give you the scientific name. Shami. Shami refers to Prosopis spicifera. Okay, it's called Shami. Then Veda refers to Terminalia chepula. Okay, it's Heda. Then Kan, K-A-N, Jasminum auriculatum. Then Haldi is Kunkuma longa. Okay, and Darba, Dasmos dipinata. Then Pipali, the root of Pipali is used, Piper longum. And Gorochana refers to a kind of yellow ornament prepared from the bile cattle. And even I was surprised to know when I refer to this energy of Shiva, okay, in the encyclopedia of Sanskrit, I could find the scientific name of all these important herbs as the meaning of Shiva. And obviously, these herbs are used. Okay, so here, you prepare particular medicine, and this is then advised to take such cases of injury or having, because they are having medicinal antiseptic properties. This is one small example what I have given. In fact, here says water is required so as to get a paste after grinding the above material. Boil them for 30 minutes. Okay, and the dosage also can be mentioned here. It says which particular word is boiling. But here it Agni means fire. So here the fire refers to Agni, which means you're supposed to boil it. And then this roots are heated and boiled. Okay, so this is very true. One particular verse where I refer to Yam Shivatama Shivam Bhu Tedanuhu. One more verse. Rudra Shiva Tanura Ghora Pakashini. Now this prepare for asthma, breathing problem. Okay, that's given very clearly. and what medicinal herbs to be used. Then Yamishum Girishanta Hasta, okay, that particular verb, the piles are very clearly described over there. Similarly, we have verses such as the cure for stone formation, kidney stone formation. Okay, here the verse which is given here is the particular, yeah, Shivena Vachasatva Sumana as the till there, that particular verse. Okay, so here we have two for diseases. Similarly, the chanting refers to all those things which is given here for the treatment of vigor, vitality, strengthening of the womb, cure for the fever, classification of drugs, fire operation, prayer for the treatment of newborn child, and also the health of the mother, and medicine for abortion, race. These things are given in the Namakam. So obviously, when we look at this both Rudram or Namakam and Chamakam, basically it is Bheshaja. All the medicinal herbs described and cure for the diseases, and no doubt, Lord Rudra is the best of the physicians. Bheshajapati described here in Rudram itself. So I think we are very, very fortunate to get such mantra as Rudram, or say Namakam and Chamakam, constituting Sri Rudram, Rudramashna, Shatarudriya. And when we do this yajna, yaga, homa, chanting or coupled, chanting of this yajus formulae, how sacred it is, you can just imagine. So, Vedaha na kevalam Bharati Samskritehe Sanatan Dharmasya च मूलम किंतु सकल मानवानां जीवन विधानस्य चारित्र्यस्य मार्गदर्शनम् अपि कुर्वन्ति. वेदाः आम्नाय श्रुति त्रयी अनेक नामानि सन्ति. वेदाः विद्धातो आविर्भूता इत्यर्थः. परन्तु अत्र अद्य स्वामी एव वेदपुरुषः, प्रेम पुरुषः, nitya purusha, satya purusha. We have Swami himself is a Veda Purusha. He is the one to whom we have to worship. We have to ask all our desires, place at its lotus, at Swami's lotus feet. And that's how in what way Swami himself is Lord Rudra. One small example I can give you. I've seen in the Mandir ashram, when Swami was there, Swami called a group of foreigners for the interview. And in that particular group, there was one person, aged person, who was brought in the wheelchair to the interview room. In fact, right from the public place into near the interview room, he was brought, he was pushed. He was sitting in the wheelchair with the help of one more person. And he was waiting outside in the interview room. Swami came there close, and Swami saw this person sitting on the wheelchair. And Swami said, "What happened?" So he said, "Swami, from last so many years, I'm not able to get up, not able to stand. Problem with the leg." Swami said, "No, get up. Come on, get up." And he was trying. Swami was holding his hand. He was not able to get up. Bilkul, he's not able to get up at all, even a bit. Then Swami bends down, taps on his knees 3 times. And Swami, his hand started pulling him up. Seconds later, he could stand up. And so all people gathered, they clapped. And I was witness for this Swami's done. Why I'm telling this? He's the healer of all the diseases, all the problems. And of course, Swami held him. He walked into the interview room with light only and came out after half an hour. Swami has all the power. Swami is he is a very Shiva Shankara. And I've seen another instance in Vrindavan. When Swami was there in the Vrindavan Whitefield, Swami gave darshan to all the devotees. Had gathered. After the darshan, everybody started dispersing. I also came near the hostel, boys' hostel over there. I was just standing near the entrance. I saw a couple who were actually from Vishakhapatnam, from the Andhra Pradesh. One husband, wife standing there. Uh, the husband was crying, and wife was standing close to him. And I asked him, "What's crying?" Then he said, he was actually not able to even utter any word. He started telling after some time, we are sitting for darshan, and my wife had a problem. So many, for last 12 years, my wife always properly, straight. They showed to so many physicians, doctors and physicians, and orthopedicians. Nothing could happen. They could not cure this disease. Okay, hand was like this only, bent. But as Swami is walking, luckily that day she got seat on the first row itself, and Swami walked on his divine gait. Swami is walking, and casually Swami is walking. Swami's robe, of the robe happens to touch her hand. Hand became all right. Swami naturally went away, seeing that, but her hand, Swami's robe, her hand, all right. I was telling, I seeing that, I asked him, where it happened. He said, just now, sir, just now it happened. Both of them in tears. See, this is Lord Rudra. This is Lord Sathya Sai. Lord Rudra is none other than Lord Sathya Sai. Sathya Sai has no power. And Lord Rudra is the healer. Let us all pray to Lord Rudra, Lord Shiva, Lord Sathya Sai to guide us, protect us, keep us all the time. And we all offer our prayerful salutations at Swami's lotus feet. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Praveena sir. I think that was just a wonderful commentary on Sri Rudram. Just some questions. So I know
Yes.
you've obviously chanted in Mandir on many occasions, in front of Swami and at the Divya Sanidhi.
Yes.
And being part of the earlier batch of students, you would have also
Yes.
had direct exposure with Sri Kamavadani Garu and Swami
Yes.
and learning Veda directly. How were those initial experiences with Swami through Veda?
Swami had always encouraged the students and teachers to learn and practice with mantras. Even Kamodanigar, even I had the opportunity to learn from him. Just a few months ago. He was a scholar and he used to guide. And Swami, him to teach some of the senior boys who are there right now. And we are really very wish to learn some of the mantras and guidance from Sir. But Swami, I can tell you, was very particular in making students and teachers learn these Vedic mantras. I still remember Swami sitting on the veranda, on the chair in the veranda, and we were sitting down, and we used to start with chanting Vedic mantras. Invariably, many times Swami used to ask us, okay, Chapandi, Rudram Chapandi, chant Rudram.
Mhm.
And another mantra which Swami used to ask us to chant was Shri Suktam. Shri Suktam Chapandi. And we used to chant. In fact, there are many occasions where when we started chanting Rudram, Swami used to tell, okay, come on, Namakam Chapandi, to start. Halfway through, Swami sitting there only, Swami used to tell him to stop. Have a pause, a few seconds. Swami used to tell, Chapandi, Namakam Chapandi, Rudram Chapandi. So again, Swami used to ask us, Rudram, which means we only got it because we got the meaning that Swami wanted us to chant Rudram repeatedly.
Mm.
Swami knows that what we are chanting Rudram only. But suddenly stops in the middle and then he says, start Rudram. Means repeated chanting of Rudram will have immense effect, good effect on us. In fact, one of the devotees approached Swami in the later periods when Swami was actually the Leela Natakadhari coming in the wheelchair. Swami, one of these senior devotees asked Swami, Swami, please, you don't come like this. We want to see you walking like just like what used to be earlier.
Mm.
Please come like that. And he asked Swami, what should we do? running, just like what you do earlier. Then Swami said, Rudram Chapandi, chant Rudram. So that is the importance of Rudram. And Swami always encouraged all of us. And in fact, one day I remember Swami told the boys, our school children, Swami said, okay, tomorrow whoever chants Rudram properly, I'll give them prizes, give them some gifts. And it happened. All the students in the hostel, they're all very, very this one interested in learning. Okay, what correction? Come and learn Rudram. He learned, and then what a corrections they wanted to make, and they already on next day on the veranda sitting, and Swami made chant. Believe it or not, Swami gave them Pad Namaskar, some gifts to each one of them, moving in between each of these rows. That's how Swami blessed.
Amazing, amazing. We also know that during the normal darshan sessions, Namakam and Chamakam is chanted in the morning, but in the afternoon, only Namakam, full Namakam, and third Anuvakam of Chamakam is chanted. Is there any specific reason as to why Swami instructed only the third Anuvakam of Chamakam to be chanted in the afternoon?
Oh, there's no specific instruction from Swami.
Okay.
Actually, Swami, there are occasions when we chanted in front of Swami for hours together. Believe it or not. In fact, it was so strenuous for us when Vedam chanted in full vigor. Swami is to sit there in front of us 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2, and bhajan sessions used to be skipped. I remember bhajan also a session got delayed. Rudram, this Vedam chanting was going on. Okay, so do this Rudram or Namakam or Chamakam both used to chant. And because we wanted to cover more and more other mantras also, we'll chant Chamakam as a representation, only the third Anuvaka of Chanting.
Okay.
We are chanting Rudram, Namakam fully and Shanchame only, which is the quintessence of the whole Chamakam. We go for other mantras. That's all. No other reason.
Lovely, lovely. And I know you didn't mention the medicinal value that Sri Rudram brings with all the different herbs to cure all ailments and illnesses. But is there any other spiritual messages that Swami shared with regards to continuously reciting the Namakam and Chamakam?
Namakam and Chamakam, Swami said, merely chanting of it is useful. Swami initially, when started this public Vedam chanting, Swami made learned by public. In fact, two of our members, okay, they were chosen by Swami, and Swami said, you teach this Rudra to all public, sitting there, the cycle of the hall, and Swami
Yes.
was sitting there. How it started? Swami said, everyone has to chant. It's very, very useful. Chanting of this Rudram will very, very useful to not only individual cleansing, but also cleansing the environment, and thus bring about a radical change in the whole of the society towards the good. There's no started this.
Amazing, amazing. And I think it's quite apt that we have you on this webinar this afternoon or evening, because as you stated in the initial part, that next week Friday is the official commencement of the Adhyuta Mahayajnam in
Yes,
Prashanthi
yes.
itself. And this is obviously Swami's divine will and grace, his sankalpa, that we actually have you here this afternoon. Also, you did also, I know this past week, part of the Oh My Sai series, you had
Yes,
shared
yes.
a specific personal
Yes.
experience, and it was wonderful to see that this week, because knowing that this webinar was going to happen on Sunday, to see you on there, it's just obviously Swami's will and his divine grace that everything revolves around his instructions in this entire universe.
Yes, yes.
You did share that you did compose the theme track for the 100th birthday song. Is it correct?
Swami's blessings. He
Swami's blessings,
motivates
yes.
us. He only does everything. Yes.
He does everything, yes. So, but just as a question, and if you don't mind asking, how did the lyrics come about for the 100th theme track?
Okay. This actually from the radio side, some people who are in charge, they
Yes.
approached me because I had written some of the Sanskrit verses. Okay, and based on that, and often they approach me for the clarification regarding some of the verses, etc. So they approached me if I could compose something, this theme song for the birthday. And I said, okay, it's a great opportunity. Swami himself is doing this. Then we had I composed a few verses, but to meet the demand of the from the radio side people, I had to make few changes for tuning, etc. Finally,
Yes.
it came up with this shape of what we have right now. But we have so many drafts, maybe 7, 8 different drafts, because for tuning of for the meaning, etc., which can convey the meaning of what Swami is actually. He's Swarupa, he is that has to be the company should include, and that's how Swami inspired us.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think it's been a real pleasure for us to have you on here, Praveena sir, and listening to your insights on Veda, and especially with specific importance on Sri Rudram itself, and the importance it plays in our life cannot be overstated. It's just wonderful to hear all that you have shared with us this afternoon. With regards to Veda, we know Swami has placed a lot of importance on the correct pronunciation and intonation of
Yes.
reciting the Sanskrit verses correctly. Sometimes you would get a question to state that, cannot be what value does Sanskrit, the language itself, have on our lives? Do you have any insights on Sanskrit, and being a Sanskrit scholar, of what Swami has shared with regards to Sanskrit and why each and every individual should learn this ancient language?
Okay. संस्कृत भाषा अतीव मधुरा भाषा, सुलभा सरला च वर्तते. अस्मिन् काले अपि अनेकाः पण्डिताः तेषां नित्यजीवने संस्कृतभाषायाम् एव व्यवहरन्ति. अस्मिन् भाषायाः सुललितकाव्यं गद्यपद्यानि च रचयन्ति. Okay, hope you understood. Very, very simple Sanskrit I'm speaking. So here, very interesting incident. Actually, once I had the hobby of writing Sanskrit verses and giving this offering to Swami. And Swami took it with a lot of interest. And one night it happened that I was sitting in the mandir, veranda, Ejur Mandir here only. Sorry, not Ejur Mandir, the mandir, present mandir. And night around 8:30, 8:45, I was composing slokas. In fact, 3 verses I wrote. Then I thought next morning I'll offer to Swami. And I beautifully wrote in a small piece of paper. And then next morning, and then Swami came out after the interview, and I started checking my hand with a piece of paper where I written these 3 verses. And then Swami did not take this on paper, but Swami said, "Need language." Then I said, "Swami, Sanskrit." Then immediately Swami asked, "Sanskrit?" "Yes, I know, I know." Then somewhere 2 rows behind me was Sanskrit professor, H.R.D. Ministry. That time he was sitting. So he called that person, professor, near him, and Swami said, see, this boy, Praveena, last night he was sitting there and he wrote 3 verses. And then Swami said to me, see, in that 3 verse, that the first word is not that, you change that word. See, I was offering only, Swami did not accept the paper. But Swami said, 3rd verse, that's second and first word, you have to change it. Then so Swami said, Swami no. And he knew that I had written, and I wanted to give to Swami. Swami told that professor, see, he writes very good Sanskrit verses. And Swami was happy. When I saw the 3rd, the verse, 2nd verse, actually the whole verse is, Ekamatu prema tattvam katinam chintitum sada shatamata sai premam katam shakyah varnitum. One mother's love itself is very, very difficult to imagine. Then shatamata sai premam katam shakyah varnitum. How to describe 100 mothers' love? That's what the meaning that I had in mind.
Amazing.
But Swami said, without seeing, That Shatamata, actually the first word in the second line of the third verse, Shatamata. Then I got the meaning that after I thought a lot, why? See, multiply is coming correct, understood chants. But Swami is telling it's not correct. I thought Swami's love is not merely Shatamata, it's Anantamata. Planet mothers. Okay, so that's how Swami's love cannot just because it fits into the meaning, influence Swami's love. Swami's love is Anantamata Sayam Premam Katham Shakya Vannitam. That's how Swami's infinite mother's love. And in fact, when I was offering to Swami, Sanskrit was Swami asked me which language. I said Sanskritam. Then Swami closed his eyes, paused for a while. Then Swami said, ah, Swami opened his eyes and then said, Sanskritam na shwasame. Now this is really revealing. I told so many people. Swami said, Sanskritam na shwasame, meaning Sanskrit is very life breath of mine. What else is required? What else can inspire us to learn and Sanskrit? There is a verse in Sanskrit. Yasya nishwasitam Veda yoginam jagat. Yasya nishwasa Veda eva. My breath is Veda itself. And here Swami says, Sanskrit is my shwasa, my life breath. See, it is really the breath of God.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
That actually inspired me to write more Sanskrit verses.
Amazing.
Saira.
Absolutely amazing. So, a question from one of the devotees is, now, even though there's been so much of emphasis and importance Swami has placed on learning Veda, there still is this lack of interest generally.
Yes.
The question is, how would we be able to change this understanding that Veda is so important?
I personally feel whatever inspiration, guidance that Swami has given, and in fact, he has given a standing instruction.
Yes.
It's for everybody. Everybody should learn. That itself should
Yeah.
motivate us. And
Yes.
let me again narrate a small incident.
Mhm.
In the Mandir it happened. Swami came out for a darshan, and all of us are sitting there. The students were sitting on the lower portico down. And then Swami gave darshan, beautiful darshan to all the public. Swami went to gents side, then came to, lady side, then came to gents side. And Swami is returning and coming toward the students passage where our school students were sitting. It happened long back. And then Swami is holding bunch of letters in his hand. And Swami started finishing, giving darshan to the gents devotees and enter into the passage where students were sitting. And there's a particular place in the passage. Few school students were sitting. And then saw one small piece of this one, the decorative piece, the twig, small branch of this one plant, which had fallen down over there. So they kept for decoration. A small twig fallen down. And that was actually right in the path. Okay. So Swami was coming very close to it, and all these boys very close to that particular place where they have fallen down. They are telling, very softly, and remove it. Swami is coming in. So it means instead of Swami's phone, and Swami walks, come on, remove. But nobody's taking courage to come. Nobody, because they think, okay, it may be violating the discipline, and the Swami is walking. And everybody's giving sign when you go. So that particular trick, which I possibly could, Swami may stamp on it, Swami may slightly give hurt also. Swami won't do. Swami came very close to it. Swami was very, very close to it. Suddenly, one sparrow came, lifted his beak, ran away. Flew away. Understood? So,
Yes.
and Swami didn't, Swami noticed that. And the moment Swami came close to that, Swami paused there, stopped for a while, looked at this box, and with a smile, Swami said, "Don't think that only you can do my work." Swami said, "Don't think that only you can do my work." Meaning, people are there to work for me, and if they do work, they're getting opportunity. If remove this, yes, your fortune, opportunity to do it and serve God. Someone else will get. That's the meaning. So anybody ready is ready to do the work. So when Swami says, yes, chant Vedas, so that you teach more and more people, it means that we have the responsibility to ensure that more and people we teach, learn, and ensure that more and more people are getting benefit out of it. That's Swami's objective. So in his mission, it's our role to be played, and our life will be fulfilled, life will be sanctified.
Amazing. Another question is for beginners that are learning Veda. Sometimes it can be very complex for them to grasp the knowledge of Veda, or to grasp the way to chant. What advice would you give to someone that is new and learning Veda?
Okay. Obviously, in the beginning, especially some people may find it very, very difficult even pronouncing some
Yes.
of the
Yes.
some of the words, because Sanskrit is a language. And you can see some of the complicated words are also there, because there are many beautiful words which are very, very simple. And that's the beauty of a Sanskrit language actually. The same, see, Sanskrit is a word, Sanskrit is a language where one word may mean so many things. One small example in this context I'll give you. See, all of us know Pranava. Pranava is nothing but Omkara.
Yeah.
Omkara has got another name, Pranava. Pranavaha mantranam setuhu. But this Om, this Pranava is derived from the root word Nu. When you say Om, Omkara, actually it is derived from two root sounds. One is called Aba, otherwise called apdr. Apdr. Apdr means vyaptau, pervading everywhere. The Abha is another important sound, root sound. Abha means rakshana, rakshani dhatu. But this Abha dhatu has got various meanings. Rakshana, gati, kanti, triti, avagama, priti, pravesha, savana, samitsa, icha, kirti, vyapti, yachana, alingana, dana, bhoga, himsa, vritti. Rakshani dhatu. That's the beauty of Sanskrit language. And you can see such beautiful Sanskrit language. If you want to see one drum trees in front of you, you say, Shushkaha vriksha agre tishtati. Shushko vrikshas tishtati agre. See, sounds very, very tough. Shushko vrikshas Shushko vriksha tishtati agre. Hard words. Sometimes when you say, thing directly is in front of you. So, Shushko Shastitagre is not the same thing. That's the beauty of Sanskrit language. So, initially, we find it difficult to pronounce some of the words. But as we keep practicing, because the origin of these sounds, which are very, very proper in case of Sanskrit, all depends upon your sound apparatus within the vocal cavity here. Some sounds originate from the down part, part, upper part. So thalabya, dantya, kantya, different sounds are there. So accordingly, they have to be pronounced. So we should be very careful initially and finally just to get these things. And definitely, when we make effort to pronounce these letters, sounds, then obviously, as we keep on practicing more and more, we can get these sounds from us. And one more thing is God's grace. Swami, I'm finding very, very difficult to pronounce some of these words. Please bless me. Definitely, Swami is there to bless us. He'll help us to get these words. I'll give you one more small example. See, Kalidasa, Kavi Kula Guru Kalidasa, earlier he was merely a person. He could not even pronounce Vidya. He used to say Bija, Bija, Bija. Vidya he could not pronounce. His wife says, come on, what is this? You cannot even pronounce Vidya. You go to Goddess Kali. Seek her blessings. She may bless you. Accordingly, Kali temple nearby and prays fervently, sincerely to Goddess Kali. And then Goddess Kali appears before him. And then she says, come on, what do you want? He says, give me the knowledge, wisdom, that I can offer my prayers to you. Wisdom. And then immediately, she was very much pleased with his devotion. She writes with the trident on his tongue. And immediately, she says, protrude your tongue outside. I'll write. She writes on his tongue. And that is the time, such Kalidasa, who could not even pronounce Vidya, he used to say Vidya. See from his mouth, what comes? Shadja, Madja, Kharajja, Vidja, Vasuda, Ladja, Matkakare, Jad, Jad, Kit, Kit, Dharadare, Punagana, Kirjot, Vid, Brahma, Vidya, Rudram, Traya, Trepa, the Gandra, Pada, Tate, Patat, Pratarasa, Sakyata, Sakyodaya. So this is the verse immediately composes or praising Lord Kali. So when we let us try our best, then leave rest to Swami, and Swami will help us to do these words.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Just one last question.
Yes.
Obviously, you chant regularly with the Mandir group, with the rest of the senior and junior members of the Prashanthi Mandir Vedam group. And it takes a lot of practice to chant together, with voices being sync on the same shruti and with correct pronunciations and intonations. What advice can you give us or anyone with regards to chanting in a group? What should be your intention when chanting any Vedic mantra or even Rudram itself when you are chanting in a group or by yourself?
Maybe as we keep learning more and more Vedic mantras,
Yes.
let us make ourselves a little more familiar with the mantra. Then pronunciation part. There are all about Swadhyaya. Means how you are able to learn or practice these things regularly.
Yes.
Okay. Then
Yes.
here we have got Sam. Then five important aspects that what's described in Shikshavalli. Shiksham Vyakya Syama Varaswara Matrabalam Sama Santana. See, Matra Balam Varna. All these are aspects. When you say Rama, Rama, Ra has got two matras duration. Tma Eka Matra. So we have to chant Rama, Ram, Ra, two matras, Eka Matra. Just do other way around. Ra, Eka Matra, and Ma, Dvimatra, Rama. It becomes a feminine gender. So once we are somewhat at least know these basics, and I'm just giving one example, this duration to which it has to be chanted. The Vedic mantras have to be chanted with the optimum speed, not too fast, not too slow. It has to be uttered in the duration. Actually, sometimes we may have to hurry because actually, Vedic mantras have to be chanted with the optimum speed, optimum, the force, life force, etc. It will have the full efficacy because efficacy of the Vedic chanting is in the so all these things. Otherwise, what happens is the meanings also may change, and also it sometimes meaningless. Okay, so it's very, very important initially as we keep chanting, meet the speed and know some basics regarding how long it has to be chanted, each word, and how much of force you have to give, not too much force, and what are the implications that you have to follow. For example, as you keep chanting, there are six important characteristics of chanting. You're not supposed to chant like a singing. You're not supposed to chant in the weak voice. You're not supposed to nod your head sideways, this or up and down, and you're not supposed to chant without knowing the meaning, at least of it. That can happen only in the later stages. Okay. So initially you can chant, keep on learning, but later stage, try to know the meaning also. So these are important aspects. As we keep on chanting, keep in the mind, ensure that gradually we get into these practices. And Swadhyaya, regular practice is very, very important. And that will help us to attain chanting of these Vedic mantras.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time this evening. I know it is already close to 8:30 in
Yes, sir.
India, in Purupati, and so wonderful to have
Yes.
you dial in all the way from Prashanthi Mandir itself. So thank you for your time, and thank you for unpacking a lot on Rudram itself. And we will all be attentively watching the proceedings in the Cyclone Hall during the Atyuddha Mahayagnyam, and looking forward to seeing all the events that take place as per Swami's divine will and grace. But thank you for your time, and thank you for your insights. We do really appreciate your time, and we do hope that we can have you again on another webinar to explain the importance of Vedas in all of our lives.
Sai Ram. Thank you very much, Sai Ram. Sai Ram.
Okay.
Sai Ram.
So if we can just ask you just to conclude with some mantra that you would just like to recite to conclude this webinar, and then we'll then offer Mangal Arati. Thank you.
We'll have, you can chant, please.
No, you. I think we will all appreciate hearing you.
Okay. Swasti prajabhya paripalayantam न्यायेन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining on this webinar. First of many that will be hosted this year. We will now conclude with Mangal Arati. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य सा शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति